got the social medias? We got the social medias. You got the Facebooks? We got the Facebooks. You got the Twitters? We got the Tweeters. We got the Instagrams. We don't really use that one too much, but, we're on there too. If there's something else, we probably got it. You can find them all in the description at the bottom. Welcome here! Oh man, that was some nonsense. Today we're going to talk about our personalities. We're going to talk about deep about ourselves. And we're going to frame it in the reference of which Dungeons and Dragons class is most like ourselves.
I'm a dragon.
It's not a class.
I'm the dungeon.
Damn.
Jinx. Fuck you, Hutch.
All right, we got two dungeons and a dragon. What about you?
All right, well, I got to keep things even. All right, so the first part of this segment, I'm just going to list what everything is from the. We're doing.
Yeah, are we going standard
are?
classes? Are we going cross classes? Are we going player's handbook multi class or specialist classes?
All right, fucking nerd, tone it down.
No, this is you've come into my town, brain.
I'm
you're trying to fucking talk. Girl, you're trying to talk about Dungeons and Dragons. You never even played Dungeons and Dragons.
We're getting there.
Well, you did ask.
Roll for sanity.
Turn into like a fake gamer girl. I think you got your answer.
Immediately.
All right,
damn it! Now I'm a misogynist. It would have been fine 8 months ago.
Now I'm a massage.
Yeah,
a misogynist.
He did get a massage the last time he was here.
That's true. I did, and I'm very grateful for that because I popped a lot of tension out of my hip. That's not a sexual thing. I have bad posture because I'm a giant, so my leg was locking up a little bit, and this tiny woman just punched me in the thigh or the hip a bunch of times, and then my leg worked.
Thanks for the update.
Michelle, have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
But the last time I played, it was 3rd edition.
Oh,
and when
like a pleb.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. And I didn't know what that meant, and everyone was mad at me.
Fucking D&D people.
And we can all thank Joe Borowski for all of the reasons I've ever played D&D.
Of course we can.
I've actually,
I whenever I did it, I always picked a similar class that I would pick in an RPG. So I always picked someone who's tough, strong, and wasn't that smart, just because I wanted to beat my way through problems. Mm-hmm. But this is not about who you would pick to play as. This is who you closely
are inside.
who are you? Who you really are? Which personality or which one of these personalities best matches you? And to start with, the choice that I always had to play as was the fighter. Just basic rules, a master of martial combat, and skilled with a variety of weapons and armor.
Are you reading the Wikipedia definition?
No.
That's great.
Yes, I am. The next one we have is a rogue. Basic rules, a scoundrel who uses stealth and trickery to overcome obstacles and enemies. The next one is a bard who has changed to a normal class to be chosen at a character creation. The assassin and monk classes were removed. God damn it. Just tell me
Welcome
who they
to
are.
HEETwave, where Michelle reads Wikipedia live.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't get prepared beforehand.
I thought I was.
Sucks to
I checked.
Let me do a quick Google, see if I can help you out.
Okay. Well, a bard is a musician. Are any of y'all musicians? Okay.
No.
Thank
Nope.
you. We'll move on. Wizard.
I am a cross-class sorcerer wizard. Or
wizard.
sorry. Wizard/barbarian.
So you are a scholarly magic user capable of manipulating the structures of reality.
Here's where this falls apart. Because depending on how we define wizard, I am either a wizard or a sorcerer. If we mean went to magic school and figured out magic shit, did formal education, because usually the people who want to think of themselves as wizards are fucking people who have doctorates or extensive formal education. But I know weird ass arcane shit, but also just want to punch the world.
Okay.
Hence,
well, that sounds more like sorcerer then.
Yeah. Well, but sorcerer is based on your blood, and I don't think that anyone should think of themselves as based on their genetic material, like in the in the potential for their accomplishments.
Okay.
Oh, that was a weird public service announcement that I just gave.
Thank you.
So I found like a meme. Like
of course, you found a meme
D&D
one.
Personality chart. This might help us out a little bit better.
Yeah. Okay. Well, help me out.
Okay. So
I found a meme. Don't worry, guys.
You want me to just run through the different ones?
Yes, please.
All right.
Yes.
So if you're a barbarian, you're hangry. You make poor choices of tattoos. You like metal, but at least one Taylor Swift song, and you love small dogs.
Yeah, that's also me.
That's way better.
All right, you might be a barbarian. All right, The bard. It just says, for fuck's sake. And it said, puns for days, you're pansexual, or you're a mess.
Yeah, okay.
If you're a cleric, you're the mom's friend. You don't like spicy food. You ride or die for your friends, and you're probably a weeaboo.
This is way better. Thank you, Brittany.
You're a druid.
This is better.
You're a hippie. You pretend to enjoy tofu. You drink PSLs. I guess pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know the answer. You know what that means.
Or you eat weird stuff for dares.
I might be a druid.
That might be you.
Yep.
If you're a ranger, you stop to pet random cats. You spend hours reading random Wikipedia articles. You like to go barefoot, and you Google Map local. You're a Google Maps local guide.
Wow.
I don't know how do you
Paladin.
use it? Paladin. You run a social justice
Palladium.
blog. You like doggo memes. You cry at Titanic. You try really hard, and you're a sweet mess.
Oh, that's Hutch.
Monk. You drink too much coffee. You like to sit on kitchen counters. You're dramatic. You haven't used a capital letter in 3 years.
That last one got me. That was good.
If you're a fighter, you do all the work in group projects. You play too much, LOL. Fucked up sleep pattern, drinks IPAs.
Okay.
I feel like that one, except for IPAs. I don't like IPAs. All right, rogue. You either fixes everything or makes it 10 times worse.
Okay.
You lose their house keys a lot. You're an edgelord. You used to be into parkour, and you're asthmatic. That one might be me.
You are
Okay, a
both an
sorcerer.
edgelord and used to be into parkour.
Yes. Sorcerer. Always there for their friends. Self-esteem problems. Top grades at school, but you fail at college. Buys a lot of Lush products.
Ooh.
Warlock. Drinks too many energy drinks. Shit poster. Superstitious. Probably a furry.
Oh, that's you.
Oh, that's me?
Yeah, that's you. You're a
Wizard.
rogue warlock.
Wizard, who wrote Harry Potter fanfic, fashionable, owns many unread books and yet buys more, has no idea how to hold a baby. Now that one's me.
Okay, you're a lot of things.
I'm a wizard barbarian by this scale.
Okay, for me,
I'm a wizard rogue. Rogue wizard.
I am a druid bard.
Rogue wizard is way better. You're a loose cannon. I need
I'm
your
a
badge
druid
and your
bard.
magic stick on my desk in the morning.
Here, I'll send you guys this this photo so that you can take another look at it in the chat.
Hutch,
This is great for audio.
All I see is Michelle's piss.
I'm just gonna put it on screen for us.
Okay.
Because thank you, Brittany.
You're welcome.
You made this not shit. Thank you.
See, memes are here to save us. And if you would like to see this meme, you can support us on Patreon.
Mm-hmm. There we go. We'll just put it on Patreon instead. Because you did read through it all. So
It's true.
all right. But yeah, Hutch, how do you feel about any of those options? I'm absolutely a druid bard.
I'd say
bard slash. Which one's the energy drink one?
I'm pretty.
Warlock.
Energy drink run is
Warlock,
the
yeah.
warlock.
it's a
I
strong
would say you also have a
cross-class.
bit of paladin, Hutch.
He cries at
I would
Titanic.
agree with at least half of those. Yeah.
I think Hutch is no. So here's the more interesting thing. Let's assign them to each other.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Ooh, I like this.
I think Hutch is a cleric paladin.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think Dr. Charles Barkley split her points way too weird and is like 3 levels in Ranger, 3 levels in Sorcerer, 3 levels in Warlock.
Okay, I can see that. Let me. Yeah. Let me see Ranger again real quick. Yeah, definitely. She definitely stops to pet random cats.
Yeah,
and is always barefoot.
I do like being barefoot.
So that makes sense.
and I think Michelle is a fighter. Michelle's harder.
I feel like I'm a little bit of everything sometimes.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Personalities are not binaries. Like we
Especially
shouldn't,
for we shouldn't allot just our personalities to just Dungeons and Dragons. You say?
yeah. I mean, that's fucking nuts. Like
Whatever. I'm having fun.
I have strong feelings against like personality tests and trying to think of your personality as a thing that's locked into a single time or place. Like
I agree with that, especially those personality tests that people use on like dating sites.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm an IMFP
So
or some bullshit.
I think personality tests are in the same field of like, this is fun, just like astrology.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, this is fun. Let me learn about myself or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And just like tarot card readings. That's sort of like, it's fun, but I'm not going to base my entire life on this.
Yeah,
you
which
know?
is why we're doing it to Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, this is good.
Not
I
trying
agree.
to dogpile on you. I'm
No,
just
I
like,
agree.
Hey, this is
I
fun. Jairus says
Well,
so.
I expected Jairus to when I thought about this topic, so it's okay. So, Brittany, why don't you go ahead and classify everyone based on this?
I'm thinking.
I'm gonna look at mine,
I feel
too.
like Jairus is like part sorcerer,
Okay.
part like
All right. Well, I've got one. I definitely think that Hutch has a lot of Paladin energy, and
He
I
is
think
a sweet
cleric,
mess.
definitely.
I am definitely a
I
mess.
agree with.
And a little bit
he's
sweet.
a sweet mess, and he likes the doggo memes. And I've seen him cry at some movies.
Yeah. I haven't seen him try hard though.
I have.
Try harder.
Hutchington, I'm kidding. I've seen you.
I was going to say, my
I
sleep
feel like-
I
schedule would
haven't
say
seen you
otherwise sometimes.
Try hard. I've
This-
seen you do.
This might be controversial, but I feel like Michelle is a lot of rogue.
A lot of rogue. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say
Yeah.
that too.
That's
I don't feel like.
so.
I'm
I'm
an edge
interpreting
lord or-
the bottom two used to be into parkour / asthmatic as being like kind of thematic. Like this person is a absurd dichotomy of a human.
Okay.
And if I apply it in that way, I agree.
Okay. For me, I definitely agree with the top two because I often make things either really great or fucking terrible.
And my
And
favorite thing about you is that you have like you and no one around you has any clue which one it's going to be, but we're all just like, okay, it's going to be one of them. Either she's going to come in, do a thing, and it's going to be amazing on the other side, or it's going to be even more of a train wreck.
Yeah. And I also literally lose my keys every day.
Yep, every day.
Every day.
I have a little hook next to the door. I'm like, hang your keys right here so you don't lose them. And
Yeah.
sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. So
Yeah. And sometimes I go looking for them even though they're hanging up.
yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I think like maybe used to be a bit of an edgelord when we first started dating.
Definitely.
So when like the first like month of us together, I was at the beach. I have to tell the story. I was at the beach with my family, and she called me and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm picking up seashells on the beach." And she was like, "That's such a girl thing to do," and got like all upset about it. And then later, I hung up the phone and I was like, "Why the fuck was she upset about me picking up seashells?" And I called her out on it, and she was like, "I actually like doing that too, but I don't know, trying to make you feel bad so that you would love me." I don't know.
I was slightly gaslighting you because that's the only way I knew how to date people at the time.
I just read the game and I was trying to neg you, but all you gave me was seashells, and I actually really like seashells, but like I thought it was a pretty fun neg.
Yeah. No, that's literally the only way I knew how to date back in the time was just like I was trying to be too cool for everything.
So I used to call you out on it, and then you were like, "Oh yeah, I actually like that too."
Yeah, you called me out on a lot of shit, and I
don't remember them now, but the seashell one I do remember. So that's why I'm like, maybe like used to be a little
you made me
edgelordy.
a better person by doing that, and I feel like the only way I made you a better person was by letting you accept what you like.
Yeah. Because I would be like, maybe what I like is lame. And then I'd be like, no, it's not. You're lame.
Yeah.
Sass.
So,
Donkey Kong 64 is the best game ever made.
Ever made. I want a remaster.
that ain't happening.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah.
Not with any attitude.
What if it got the full Final Fantasy VII treatment?
Yeah, the whole ultra realistic.
Oh my god!
It is the only. It is the only DK one with like super like realistic.
We talked about this last week.
Did I?
I
Yeah,
would
we all
absolutely love it if there was a DK64 remake and like they got one thing wrong and it was not like not a thing that mattered to 95% of people, but if I got to see Brittany doing that like shit post, like that 7-paragraph long Facebook post about how this game's trash and they missed the spirit of Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah.
I would love that so fucking much.
You know, we can just role play.
Which
Sounds really great, actually.
Barkley, which mechanic would they have to fuck up for you to just like...
If they took out the llama that's
Yeah.
in the Angry Aztec section, or they didn't give it the weird noises that it makes, because that's literally my favorite part of the game. So you release this llama that looks like it's supposed to be a llama, but it looks like the fucking macaroni and cheese
camel.
like dinosaur.
Yeah.
And like you set it free on
Cheezosaurus Rex.
occasion. And it runs to like this temple where there's like a shit ton of lava. It's like lava in a pool, and then it sneezes. It does this like weird cough sneeze into the pool and turns it to water so you can swim in it. And it's like the weirdest shit ever. And it like yawns and just makes weird moany noises. And if they change that or fuck that up in any way, I would be super pissed. So there you go. There's my obscure thing. My obscure thing that would not matter in the slightest if they changed it, but I would be really mad because it's my favorite part of the game.
Jumping back, Michelle, now apply classes to the rest of us.
Okay, yeah, let's finish this up here. I'm definitely going to say that Hutch is obviously a warlock. The only thing, I think he's probably like a warlock and...
Cleric.
Yeah, cleric is pretty up there. I definitely...
Warlock cleric is pretty good for Hutch.
Yeah. I'm going to say that Jairus is a barbarian... either wizard or warlock. I think he's
I'm leaning towards wizard myself. Barbaric wizard.
Barbaric Wizard. I think
there's a really fun thing that you can do when you cross class wizard and barbarian, where you have a spell that makes you larger, so it changes all of your damage dice.
That's
and
awesome.
Makes you better at being like a berserk monster. Yeah, it's real good.
Okay,
beautiful.
And
I played a wizard school dropout in a campaign once. So I had 1 level of wizard and 4 levels of barbarian, and it was the most fun that I've ever had playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Speaking of having fun playing Dungeons & Dragons, I really feel like the four of us should play sometime.
We can do it.
I think that'd be
only
fun.
want to play in person though, because the only D&D game I've ever played was like an online game with Rexroad and his cousin
they just talked
brother.
about dogs the whole time.
And they just talked about dogs and got really drunk, and I could not follow what was happening, and they made me talk in a southern accent, and I just didn't like it.
Yeah, that sounds like the worst way to learn Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it wasn't fun, so I kind of just dropped out of their thing.
I have a game called Dungeon World, which is akin to Dungeons and Dragons, but it's more about collaborative storytelling, and the mechanics are way simpler. I'm going to bring that, like when quarantine lifts, the four of us and maybe one or two other people, we're going to get together, we're going to play it, and
okay, let's do it.
Have some fun.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
To finish this all up,
and
Brittany
probably not live stream it unless the Patreon and OnlyFans surpass $10,000.
No, let's just play for fun.
We're going to play for, at least the first time, we're playing for fun.
Listen, if the OnlyFans gets past $10,000, I will play Dungeons and Dragons naked.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
do it. Brittany, you are obviously a rogue druid. Because you definitely also have the, you're asthmatic, you kind of an edgelord, and you obviously are a hippie, you love PSLs, and you will absolutely eat weird shit for dares.
That's true. I can't argue with that, so...
So yeah, let's close up on that. Well, guys, thank you again for watching us this week. It's been a really fun episode.
Hutch didn't tell us what he thought we were.
Well, he doesn't have time, so we're cut out.
5 minutes.
He could.
We've done
Hutch,
this 5 minutes already.
Hutch, take it to the speed round.
Hutch.
Jairus mentioned earlier, Barbarian plus Wizard. Okay. Michelle, a cross between a fighter and a rogue, I feel like.
Okay.
Does all the work, but makes it worse.
But sometimes fucks it up.
Okay, worth it for that. Thank you.
Yeah. Brittany, Ranger, and Rogue. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think we all decided, Brittany, that you're a rogue at the very least.
At the very least, I'm a rogue.
I mean,
I am asthmatic.
She is the biggest edgelord out of all of us.
That's true.
It is true. I try to calm it down, but...
She's just wearing
when you're living on the
pants
edge
from Hot Topic and flossing.
It's true.
Wow. This has definitely been one of my favorite episodes in a while.
Great.
You say that every time. I love you so much.
And every time it's true.
I did not say that the last episode.
Ow.
Wow.
All right, I'll do better. Gosh.
Got him.
You did better this week. Good job, everybody.
Congratulations.
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 All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.